Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video on how to farm Angelbreath in a pretty efficient way for the new Season 6 Vessel of Hatred expansion in Diablo 4, as this resource has been a little bit hard to come by and it's required to get your potions fully upgraded. So with this method, I was able to go from my level 40 potion all the way up to max, the Superior Healing Potion, in about 2 to 3 hours of grinding using this method. So I'll just kind of quickly walk through what I did and some tips on how you can maybe speed up this process. So first off, it does look like they've actually kind of addressed this issue a little bit with a hotfix that they pushed today, as I think a lot of people are voicing their concerns. So you can see with bosses and elites in Torment, they're going to drop a little bit more Angel's Breath. However, what I did is a little bit separate from this, so this is just kind of a nice additional bonus as well, so it might make things go even quicker. Alright, so now getting to the point, basically what I did was just grind Grim Favors for the Tree of Whispers, as that ended up paying off really well for Angel's Breath. So obviously you'll have to get to this point in the game, but if you're at the point where you're trying to grind for the last couple potions, I imagine you're here already. But kind of the key with this though is that you want to choose a collection of chaos if that's an option for you. As you can see, the distribution of all the ones that I got, those paid off significantly better than the others. As you can see, pretty much every time I got a collection of chaos as an option. It's not always going to be an option, but if you can choose those, as that'll give you about like 24, 25 Angel's Breath per collection. Whereas the other ones, still decent. You'll maybe get, 13, 14. Interestingly, though, the greater collection of chaos didn't pay off as well as the normal ones. But point being, if you have the collection of chaos as an option, that's the one you want to choose, as those are going to give you the most Angel's Breath. And then also to kind of speed things up a little bit, I found just doing dungeons was the fastest way to get enough Grim Favors for a collection. So kind of finding one of those on the map and then doing one of those will give you 5 Grim Favors. And I was getting about 2 of those done in 10 to 15 minutes. So that's a new collection every, 10 to 15 minutes. So if you just kind of go to the dungeon, rush through, skip all the enemies for the most part, and just kind of beeline straight for the objective, which is pretty much, killing a boss at the end, you can get through them pretty quickly. So just kind of doing 2 of those, then heading back to the tree, getting a collection, and then just kind of repeating that process. You can do that, like 10 times or so, and that should give you quite a few Angel's Breath, which is what I ended up doing. The other thing you can consider doing if you have them is to equip a Seething Opal of materials, as that will also increase the drop rate of crafting materials and things like that. So you're not just going to get Angel's Breath from the collections. You can also get them while you're doing these dungeons and from killing the bosses and finding other things throughout the dungeon. So there have been times where I get 20 or 25 from the collection, but then I also got 10 or 15 from doing the dungeons and getting the Grim Favors. So those Seething Opals, if you have those equipped, probably not worth the time to go out of your way to get them if you don't have them, but if you do have a couple, make sure you're using those, as that will also help you collect additional Angel's Breath while you're doing these dungeons and getting Grim Favors. And then finally, one last additional tip is that you can use Subo as your mercenary, as he has a passive that will mark resources on your map, as you can see here. So in this case, I had him and I was running into this Helltide and saw that there was some Angel's Breath just out there that I could go collect naturally. So you're not going to get a ton this way, as it's not super prevalent, but it is kind of a nice little benefit having him equipped. You can quickly, identify if there's Angel's Breath just as you're running through an area and pick that up real quick. So it may be good for, getting 1 or 2 additional Angel's Breath here or there. As you can see, I collect 2 there. So again, kind of a neat passive ability that he has where it'll mark resources on the map to kind of help you find those things as well. So I'll kind of leave it at that, though. I think, again, going the Grim Favors route seems to be a pretty good method, and allowed me to grind through the last couple potions that I needed pretty quickly for the most part. So hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.